This is The Truth, a series in which I play through games to find out what they're really like for a severely average gamer. And today, we're doing the world some good, curing people of their illnesses, helping those in need. Some of them may be strange, some of them may be weird, but we don't care, because we're here to give a helping hand. It doesn't matter where you are, we'll be going back in time. We're here to cure you. Today, we find out the truth of 2 Point Hospital. So it's worth saying straight out of the gate here that I did end up amassing all of the DLC for this game. So the footage that you're seeing covers everything. We got it all. Now for me, this game was a massive trip down memory lane. When I was 7, I used to play a game called Theme Hospital, which came out in 1997. Showing me age there a bit. And that game could be considered the spiritual predecessor to 2 Point Hospital. And back in 2018 when it came out and I heard that it was developed by some of the creators of Theme Hospital, I was excited. And yes, I did buy it in 2018 when it came out. And it's taken me this long to complete it, yes. So what? When playing 2 Point Hospital, it really shows that the people making this game worked on the original Theme Hospital. There's an attention to detail in the design, in the animations, and just the way the game plays, the look and feel. It's so accurate to its spiritual predecessor. So what did I like about this game, you may ask? Well, there's a lot of things, but one of them is the way that this game uses humour. Now, a lot of games have like funny moments and funny bits in them, but this game does so well to maintain and embody a certain level of silliness in every aspect of the game, which is very charming. I mean, an obvious thing for me that I liked about this game was the variety in the illnesses. There's a lot of funny illnesses, obviously some better than others, but let's just have a little run through some of them. And here we have somebody suffering with metropolism, in which they think they're a giant robot, so we give them a little city to destroy and it kills them. And here we have somebody suffering from cubism, a spectacularly horrible disease. As you can see, they're dismantled and put into the machine, in which their organs are dissolved into a brown goo and they're put into a human sheath. And there we go, he should be good as new. Out he comes now, little oh, he's dead, don't worry about it. And here is somebody with woodworm. And he's cured, fantastic, that's what we like to see in the hospital. And barking mad, this is another common one, barking mad, where the person in fact thinks they are a dog. And Tony here, he's gone in, he will come out good as new, fantastic, thank you Tony. On to Ward 9, where they're curing patients of stunt trouble. They get to ride around on a little bike, but they can't fall off. Gets their confidence up and cures them. Job done. And finally, we see these fellows suffering from a lack of humanity. Don't worry, the spin doctor will sort them out soon, just like this young man oh, he's dead, don't worry about it. And that's just a few of the illnesses. There's so many of them. Variety is something that runs throughout this game. Thematically, there's loads of places that you can go to. There's festivals, you've got the sci-fi themes, you can travel through time, going back to the prehistoric ages, you've got the mountainous Bigfoot shenanigans going on, and the game does really well to remain fresh and keep things feeling new. And then there's the soundtrack. The soundtrack's amazing. Also the radio station, the way that they've done that, it reminds me of 90s radio that I used to listen to when I was a kid, and it's absolutely spot on. I remember being a kid in the car listening to Power FM, I think that's what it was called, and it reminds me of that. Here's a few of my favourite radio bits.
Nurse, get me 10 milligrams of something. It's back to med school for the senior doctor who's forgotten everything he knows.
I don't know what to do!
He wants to learn medicine.
Hello, boss.
But he needs to learn about himself. Our esteemed government Minister for Health, Tarquin Foxbridge, has been doing the rounds at a few hospitals today. One can only hope his red tape can hold together these so-called public services.
You're listening to Nigel Bickleworth on 2 Point Radio.
Hello, my dear confidants. Sir Nigel Bickleworth, hero of the cultural elites, has arrived to grace your radio with his infinite insight and good taste.
Overall, this game's just so easy to play as well. The user friendliness is amazing. A lot of games like this suffer from being too complex, and 2 Point Hospital just really nails that. Keeps it simple, but gives you enough control, customization, and freedom. And as always, there are a few points that weren't as good. A bit of fierce feedback. Even the best have to take some fierce feedback, and they know that. It's probably one of the best, thinking about it. There's a co-op missions section in like your objectives, your overall objectives in the campaign. I don't have any friends, and it's not the sort of game that you can sort of find people online and get them to do the missions with you. And I also ain't buying this for one of my mates. Someone bought this for me actually. Thanks, Jack. So really, that just sort of fell on deaf ears for me, and I just didn't bother doing it. And another thing was the mission length. I wish there was maybe fewer but longer missions, and I might be in the minority here, but the stop and start nature of the campaign got a little tiresome, and I did like the variety that they put in with some of the wave missions in the DLC. That was amazing, but I would have liked to have seen more of that throughout. Or, again, slightly longer missions, but less of them. And in all honesty, none of that's game breaking, is it? Let's face it. It was an absolute pleasure to play this game. It was fun, light-hearted, strategic, and just thoroughly enjoyable. So let's get on to the scores on the doors, the moment you've all been waiting for, the official loot box ranking of goodness. The best way to describe playing 2 Point Hospital is a pleasant experience. It's very pleasant. The whole thing is pleasant, very charming, and well worth putting your time into. That's why today we'll be giving 2 Point Hospital the official ranking of 4 loot boxes. That is 4 loot boxes good. 2 Point Hospital, 4 loot boxes good. Well done. Congratulations. Well deserved. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Really appreciate it. Feel free to check out some of my other reviews. And if you did like it, then why not like and subscribe? Cheers.